Hey, welcome back to the channel. Unlimited Projects. Like and subscribe if you want. Working on the 80 Turbo Trans Am today. Leaf springs. These cars are notorious for the rear leaf springs sagging. Then they're always sitting lower in the back than they are in the front. Bothers me, so we're going to talk briefly, and I'm going to try and cover this, how to change these out the easy way. One spring's out, one spring is yet to go, driver's side. When you order them, get the 2 new springs, get the insulator bushing that goes at the plate at the axle, and new shackles. Don't waste your time with the old stuff. Insulator at the axle, shackle at the end. New spring comes with a bushing on one end, shackle goes in the other end. Part numbers are right here. Husky spring, Husky spring. Those are some bolts. The energy suspension insulator. I had to get the polyurethanes. The rubber was out of stock, or else I would have put plain old rubber in. And then Goodmark shackles. Don't forget, get 2 shackles. They come individual. The insulator kit is all one, but get 2 shackles, 2 sets of bolts, 2 springs. There's your numbers. Old spring, old bushing, came out okay. Here's the old insulator. Look what's left of this thing. This comes off the top. This goes up in against the axle tube. This is the bottom. It's captured by the plate. Old shackle. They had put a helper spring on this because look at what I found when I took it apart. You can't see this because the bracket on the rear covers this. But look, this spring's broken. That's why it was sagging so bad. Let me talk about getting it out. To remove the old spring, I know they want you to take the gas tank out. I'm doing it without taking the tank out. Undo your shackle bolts. The driver's side, I'm going to have to cut the one bolt because the nut's stripped. Undo your shackle first. Come down. I removed the sway bar bracket from right here, and I pulled the sway bar out of the way. You'll see this is the new spring already mounted in. See the new insulators. Your plate is here at the bottom. There's your nut sticking through. Do yourself a favor, if you're using these polyurethane ones, insulators, punch a hole with the drill bit through the bottom of this one before you put it on. It allows the nut, the stud, what's left here, to poke through and hold this in place. This one is the top one. Okay, you saw, here's the old, here's the new. This one, take and put this up in the rear first. Don't put it on the spring. Place this in the rear and push this in. You'll see it's shaped like that for this to go in. So locate this correctly. Push this all the way up into the bracket on the rear. Then this will get held in place. Then push this over the stud. The stud poking through here will hold it. Then push the spring up through. That's after you're going to bolt it. When you take the spring out, you can't undo this front eyelet. You have to do these 3 bolts and take the bracket out. There's the 1 bolt, 2 bolt, the 3rd bolt's right up in here. This whole bracket comes down with the front spring. When your spring is on the ground, you undo this long bolt that's in here. You take your bracket off. You place your bracket right onto the new spring. Run your bolt through, leave it loose. You want to tighten it when you're at ride height. So now I have the bracket on here. I got the bolt run through. It's snug but loose. Place your new spring up in here. Hopefully you can see that. 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt. Your spring's back up in. Your cross bolt in the bushing is just snug but loose. Then push your spring, use it like a hinge, push your spring up into the rear. I'm supporting the rear with a trans jack. As you can see, push it up in. There you go.